Hey guys, here's my review of Total Drama Revenge of the Island Episode 11, Eat, Puke, and Be Wary. Basically, Cameron's holding a meeting in the tree with Zoe, and they're discussing, like, how to vote off Scott, and then, maybe should they get Lightning to help them out. But I still don't get Zoe's reasoning, like, for hating Scott. Only thing that I can see that directly affects her was, getting Mike voted off, and that kind of just changed her character a bit. But I'm not sure if that's enough to hate someone. I mean, it's a game show. People are gonna try to vote each other off, get people kicked off, and like all these dirty methods and stuff. I just don't see anything to get angry about. And how many people has Scott even kicked off? It's like 3 or 4. I don't want to think about it right now, but remember it was like B, Don, Mike, and it could have been some other people, but not sure if I can think of them right now. So Zoe basically said that jerk kicked off so many people. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So what? Scott was listening while setting snares for the shark. He interrupts the meeting, sends Cameron flying, and tries to convince Zoe to vote off Lightning. There's a really weird scene with Lightning like swinging, and then he's like flying in the air, and then he high fives a bird, and then falls into the water. I don't even know. It was weird. So Scott and Cameron try to form an alliance with Lightning, but he's too distracted by basketball to even notice, and he's just saying, well, he's playing basketball, and he's making the shots, he's saying, yeah, and then they're asking him yes or no questions, so it's just like, you think he agreed with you, but he didn't, and it's the challenge time. One of Chris's snares throws Chris into the, outhouse, and it's hinted that he's kind of stuck in a toilet or something. That's pretty disgusting. But with Chris gone, Chef takes the challenge over, and I really like Chef doing the challenges more because with him it's a little bit more fair. Sometimes it's more fair. With Chris it's kind of different. There might be some other stuff that he forgot to mention. So DJ is back for this episode. If you remember, DJ is the character who is from the original, the original cast. He's a mama's boy and a great cook, so he'll be judging the food that the contestants create. Owen was in the first episode, but it was kind of just like he thought they were getting another season, and then they weren't, so he left. But I kind of want Owen to come back for the finale. I know like the finale's already aired in America. Well, yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I got 2 more episodes to watch, which means 2 more episodes to review. I don't think I'll be doing like weekly reviews anymore. I don't even see how people do this for like stuff like Naruto and all that. This is way too much work. Like you're just like, oh man, I gotta write down some notes while I'm watching the episode, or I'll have to rewatch the episode. This is too much. So yeah, I want Owen back. Maybe all the original cast and all the new cast. That would be pretty cool. And then they could set up or hint for season 5. That would be even better. So Scott is kind of trying to manipulate Cameron, and that's kind of what I seem to think is one of his weaknesses. I mean, you can be smart, but you can also be stupid. And then Joe was kind of able to manipulate him for a little bit, and then Cameron, he got twisted on her. So, I don't know. Would he, like, twist it on Scott? Who knows? Scott kind of just won him over with words. Have you noticed how Cameron and Lightning are complete opposites? On one side, we have a weak, intelligent person. On the other side, we have a strong, athletic one. All the food that they're making looks pretty disgusting, especially Scott's. It's like a green pie with a surprise. He kind of took I mean it's called like quiche, but it looks like a pie. He took inspiration from Cameron and basically made the exact same thing, but he didn't use the same ingredients because they had to go around the island to pick up some ingredients, but the island's all messed up from the toxic waste, and all these animals and the vegetation is messed up. But they got rid of all the toxic waste, so maybe the island will go back to back to normal. Because if they have another season, they could have a season with all the cast, or they might do another season of total drama action, which would be like, it's still an island, it's a movie set. So Zoe's quote-unquote salad is attacking her, and Cameron has a quiche made with toxic mushrooms. Lightning has a skillet on fire, and after he gets done with that problem, he kind of has like a caterpillar type thing, and it's not even dead, so I don't think DJ's gonna eat that. One thing I didn't mention was, well, I didn't go into detail with the skillet. Okay, there's fire coming from the skillet, and then he puts it under the water. So it was like an electrical fire, cause I think that's the type of fire where you put water in it, it gets bigger. He's so stupid. The food they present to DJ just makes him scream and spaz out, like the good old times. And he just runs away. I mean, he wasn't even on there for that long. I'm guessing all these people are like considered to be fans of the show, because when DJ came out, Cameron was like, "Hey, it's DJ." It was so different because you don't know the old cast. You've heard of them. So Chef has twisted the rules, and now they have to eat their own dish because DJ ran away. This is very interesting considering that Scott copied Cameron, but Scott's is pretty dangerous, I would say, because it has a surprise in it. And then plus he puts poison ivy in Zoe's salad. Lightning and Zoe are just out from the start, throwing up, fainting. I really don't like how they put throwing up in the show. Like, when I first watched Total Drama Island, I could kind of tell that the show was more mature because they said the C word. There was actually cursing in it. Someone put up a symbol with their fingers, that's all I'll say. And they're just throwing up all over the place. And then, they throw up in shows like Family Guy. And if they actually throw up in a cartoon, usually the characters go down. You don't actually see the throw up. In this show, you see the throw up. It made me sick a little bit, but so I said I didn't say this yet. Scott switches his pie. They switch the quiches. The quiches? That sounds weird. He switches with Cameron, and then he eats Cameron's, and that's about it. I don't get it though. Chef was right there. Like, literally, when they started, Chef was either on the side or behind them. How did he not see that? Are they just like, do they know Scott's cheating, but they can't say anything, or that's not against the rules, I guess? So, on the next challenge, Cameron, Zoe, and Lightning have to wear tracking collars while Scott doesn't, and then Chef has to hunt them down with this, he puts like a can of spaghetti or something. It's supposed to be spicy, and then it's in like a rocket launcher, and it comes out in like huge balls of, like a huge ball of spaghetti. And then I think he shoots like an intern, and he's like, "It's spicy," or "It burns" or something. And so basically the goal is that the goal is to reach the flagpole. Chef can see 3 of them, and then he can't see Scott. Cameron helps Lightning get his collar off with some kind of, he rewires his watch so a signal comes out of it to make the collar malfunction. I said this before, but the show it's getting even more unrealistic. It wasn't realistic in the first place, but seriously, they got these animals running around the island with multiple eyes, shooting laser beams, shooting fire, flying. Like I think there was like a moose or something. with bat wings, and the vegetation is messed up. It's getting more and more unrealistic with the whole watch. Oh, I can make a signal come out of this. I'm a nerd. I don't get it. Zoe said she's allergic to pain. I am too. So basically, Chef shoots her off a cliff. That's pretty tough. In my opinion, Zoe's she's one of the weakest characters right now because it's just kind of been established that she's weak. You know who's strong and who's weak. Cameron might not be strong physically, but he is mentally, and then Lightning's strong physically. And I guess you could just say Scott's evil. I don't really know what category Scott will fall into. I guess you could say smart, but a different type of smart. So she loses it, and now she's setting traps and stuff. She kind of turns into Izzy. She rips her shirt a little bit, and then she makes it kind of like a bandana on her head. She puts on that black stuff people put on their face when they start training. Her eyes get more intense, and now she has like a bow and arrow. She's in the trees. She's just crazy. She's getting more like Izzy, in my opinion. So if they made a season with all the characters, her and Izzy might get along. So yeah, she's the opposite of her usual self. Lightning and Cameron have tricked Chef by putting their collars on a raccoon. It was like a mutated raccoon, and then they kind of beat up Chef. So Chef falls into Zoe's trap, and he gets hit in the face with a tree or something. Scott thinks he can just stroll to the finish because he doesn't have a collar, but his shark friend is following him. I think Zoe's new personality will carry over to the finale, and even if she doesn't win, she might be a problem for Cameron and Lightning because she's just getting stronger. Scott is confronted by the shark as he tries to win. He's almost at the flagpole. I mean, the shark's right there. I would have ran to the flagpole and just go to the flagpole and then run again. But the shark gets trapped in a hole set by Zoe, and then Zoe hits Scott with a boulder. That's so stupid. It's not even that serious. Chef gets hit in the face or the body or something with a tree trunk, and then Scott gets hit with a boulder. I'll talk about what I'm gonna say later. I can't say it right now. So while Cameron is riding on Lightning's back, Lightning kind of backs up into the flagpole, and then Cameron wins the challenge, and he can't be voted off. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the episode and you've watched up to this point, Scott gets voted off. And then, this is what I want to talk about. Chef got hit with a tree trunk. He's okay. Scott got hit with a boulder. He's in a full body cast. I don't get it. What sense does that make? Because I don't like when they do this, because with a show like this, things like this usually carry over. I'm sure Dakota's still a monster. Let me see. Heather got all her hair cut off, and this is the only season besides the first one where we've seen Heather with long hair again. Because in the second season, I think she wore a wig or something, or she had a small ponytail. Let me see, where did I leave off at? Scott got voted off. He's finally gone. That's one thing I'm happy about, because I don't really like Scott. But it wasn't really an epic way to go out, because I'm not really sure if everyone knows he's a liar. Basically, I wanted his lies to come out in the open. When B couldn't do it, because, I think B was about to do it, but, he had the catapult, and then Dawn was about to, and then Scott got rid of her. So, yeah, his lies aren't out in the open, and he still seems like he could be a threat for the next season. Lightning is out for Cameron, but there's no way this stupid guy will win. Well, I'll see you guys later for the finale. So, we have 2 more episodes, and I'm guessing one person will get voted off next episode, and then last episode will be the final 2. let's just go over who we had for the finales. We had Owen and Gwen. We had Duncan and I can't even remember her name. Beth, I think. And then for season 3, we had Heather and Alejandro. So that's pretty cool. Who do you think? Will it be Lightning and Cameron, or Cameron and Zoe, Zoe and Lightning? Who knows? But uh, you can check out some of my favorite channels on my channels. On my channel in the featured channels, and in the comments section for an extended list. You can follow me on Twitter at Melvin2898. You can like me on Facebook, because my Facebook is not that popular, Sermel11. And thanks for watching. Comment to join the discussion. Rate the video because your feedback matters. Share this video with your friends because they need to see this. Subscribe for more videos like this and etc. I'm Sermel11, and that's my video. Wow, this review was long. Hopefully the next ones will be short. Probably not. Peace.